Hello, everyone. Thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to tell you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf. This week we are talking about August 24th, 2016. Tons of great stuff to see and get this week. I'm Chris.
And I am Randy.
And guys, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Links for our Facebook and Twitter are down below. Or if you're listening, just find us on Facebook and Twitter, ExcaliburCCG. That's pretty much the handle there. Guys, thank you for being a subscriber. We really appreciate it. We have passed the 1,000 mark, and we are steadily climbing up, and we really can't thank you guys enough for being a part of it all, whether you're coming by YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, websites. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You ready to dive into this one, man?
I am, and I was glad to hear that it's been a while, so I'll allow you to talk about the subscriber count there. It's been a little while.
It's been a while.
He said he'd leave it alone, and he did, so I'm happy about that.
I did.
Yeah, I'm happy to dive in here because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing new, no special announcements we have to give here. We can breathe deep after our GeekCon.
Exactly.
So
exactly. We prepared weeks for it. So, guys, we're going to dive in to the new number ones hitting this week. Starting off with DC stuff, we got some more Rebirth coming our way, and I know there is a rabid fan base for this particular character. We are talking about Blue Beetle Rebirth number one dropping this week. We got Keith Giffen and Scott Collins on board as the creative team. They are going to be bringing you Jaime Reyes. This does have Jaime Reyes. It also has Ted Kord, but this takes a look at Jaime Reyes finding his way home, and when he gets home, he finds that his hometown has been taken over by the government, and the government has a special and specific interest in the scarab that gives him his special abilities. Also, we get to see why Ted Kord Industries is helping to keep the world from learning the truth about Jaime and about the scarab and about the Blue Beetle in general. So, guys, I know there are tons of Blue Beetle fans out there. This is your week. Have fun with Blue Beetle Rebirth number one dropping this week.
I want to talk to you about Deathstroke number one. And the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because it's kind of a special book. The incomparable Christopher Priest is writing this, guys. And there are probably a lot of you who maybe have just been reading comics since the New 52 and whatnot, DC Comics, and you don't know who Christopher Priest is.
Right.
And this guy is a phenomenal writer. Go back and read his Quantum and Woody. Go back and read his Black Panther stuff. He just gives... He's one of the best in the industry.
Yep.
And this time, he's bringing along Carlos Pagulian, if that's how we want to say it. And he brings along Slade Wilson as well. With this book, we're taking a look at Deathstroke in a war-torn African country where he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. That being this ruthless dictator and deadly supervillain. And he's forced to have to kind of make a big choice here. Does he fulfill a contract? Or does he help / save a friend? So this is going to be, I guess, an anti-hero kind of look to him.
Sure.
I don't know. He's been both throughout comic history.
Yep.
He's been, the deadly villain. He's gone to being kind of the anti-hero and then back to being the deadly villain. So I don't know what we're going to see here, but it's going to be very well written.
Hey, real quick on this book, I did see an interview with Priest.
Yeah.
And he was saying, basically, if you liked the Judas Contract storyline from back in the day, there's going to be elements of that in his Deathstroke series that he's writing.
I wonder if the old friend's Tara.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll get to find out.
We'll see.
So there you go, guys. Also from DC Comics, we get Hellblazer number one, dropping this week from Simon Oliver with Moratat on the art. London may have recovered from Constantine's return, but he hasn't. Mercury has not forgiven him, and she won't leave him alone. Plus, the Swamp Thing is calling in on a favor.
Oh.
I think John's going to be busy for a little bit.
I think so. Here's a big title, and by big, I mean a really long, big name to the title. This is Six Pack and Dog Welder Hard Traveling Heroes number one. Garth Ennis is back, and he's bringing along Russell Braun to help him out on the art chores with this. This is going to take a look at Six Pack struggles as he's trying to keep Section 8 together. And it's also taking a look at Dog Welder going off to take a look, find out who he was, answers to his past, and those answers are going to come to him in the form of chain-smoking individual there. There's one or two that come to mind here. I'm not sure exactly which one it's going to be.
Yeah.
But the question is Dog Welder just as he seems, or is he something greater? It's going to be a really effed up book. just know that.
The idea of Dog Welder being something greater.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a fan of Hitman,
exactly,
then you know who these characters are, and if you're a fan of Hitman,
exactly,
then you may know who the character that's going to be appearing in the book is going to be. Hitman,
Tommy Monaghan.
Tommy Monaghan is most likely going to be making an appearance.
Most likely.
So, be excited.
Guys, you know who you are. Have fun with that. Guys, from Image Comics, one I'm really looking forward to, and Mark as well here from the shop as well. Lake of Fire, #1 from Image Comics by Nathan Fairbairn. Barn, something like that, and Matt Smith. I think it's
good Matt.
Is it Matthew Dow Smith?
I hope
so, because I'm not sure. But
I love his work.
The cover looks great too. That was like a Chris Burnham cover, which looks really good. But guys, boiled down, this is like medieval Crusaders versus aliens. This takes place in 1220 AD. And it focuses on the Albigensian crusade that's grinding on. But an alien Minecraft that's infested with bloodthirsty predators crash lands in the wilderness of the French Pyrenees. And a small band of crusaders, along with a heretic that's with them, are all that stand between God's kingdom and hell on earth. So, like I said, basically, Crusaders versus aliens.
That's pretty complicated.
So, I'm sure. But guys, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to be checking it out and see what's going on here with Lake of Fire #1.
Already talked about one of the half of the creators behind Planet Hulk. Now I'm going to talk about the other half. Carlos Pagulian, now Great Pack, brings us Dark Horse, brings us Kingsway West '1. That's a lot to say right there. Kingsway West is fresh out of prison. It's a fellow's name.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm just letting people know. He's fresh out of prison, and all he wants to do is find his wife. Now he's going to have to travel around what's basically a magical Wild West, and face off against magic, monsters, racist vigilantes, and all this he's going to have in tow a partner of some sort that is going to be a woman with a magic sword that needs his help. Seems a bit like East of West with some of the tones of things here. We'll see how this goes. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, and great pack. I mean, he's a great creator. So have fun with that, guys. Those are the new #1s that we are covering for this week, guys. Now it's time for us to dive into storylines. All of them, like I've mentioned before, they're all Civil War tie-ins from Marvel. But let's go ahead and kick this off. We are starting with Civil War 2, Ulysses, #1 from Marvel Comics. This is the printed version, if I'm not mistaken, of the Marvel Infinite comic that they have been doing online. Taking a look at Ulysses, and asking the questions. How did he join the Inhumans? And how did he master his powers through this whole journey of being discovered and where he is now? So you guys, if you're interested in this character and what he's all about, this is the series for you to check out.
We have Captain America Steve Rogers #4. With this one, a very different Steve Rogers is trying to form some sort of truce between Carol and Tony.
Yeah. It's
not a regular Steve Rogers, guys. So it's not going to probably turn out how you hope it turns out.
Guys, moving on. Captain Marvel #8 drops this week. She is determined to change the future to protect the present. And with so many wins on her side so far, she knows her mission is to do the right thing. But does everyone else? Is she going to have to convince them to do the right thing? We will find out with this issue right here.
We've got Deadpool #17 tying into this thing here. Probably because the inner monologues of Deadpool had a little civil war of their own at some point in time. And now one of those seems to have broken free in the form of Madcap. And so we're going to have some revenge on mind with Madcap versus Deadpool.
Yes. Yes. I thought when I saw that Madcap, I was like, that makes so much sense. So there we go, guys. New Avengers 15 drops this week. Jailbreak at 20,000 feet. We get to take a look at AIM's science team as they swing into action to free a new Avenger from S.H.I.E.L.D. But are they being played? And we also get to take a look at Robert DaCosta, and will this mistake cost him his life? Also, the Maker goes into Plan B, which is total conquest of the United States of America.
Venom Space Knight number 11 hits, and with this, Venom is back on Earth. He's not gallivanting around space, and things don't seem so harmonious between the symbiote and Flash at this point. And basically what it boils down to is this issue, Venom versus Spider-Man.
Oh!
It's been a while since we've seen that. And Spider-Man is Flash Thompson's hero, so something's really not right.
There we go. Interesting. So there we go, guys. Those are the storylines for this week. Like I said, Civil War stuff, because we got that coming. But guys, there will be some more stuff coming here on the horizon. Have fun with this stuff. Moving on to our favorites, some of the first comics that we will be reading personally when we take our stack of comics home. Randy, what's at the top of your stack?
I've got Wonder Woman number 5. With this one, Steve Trevor needs the help of Wonder Woman and Cheetah. But Wonder Woman doesn't know how much she can trust Cheetah, obviously.
Exactly.
So we'll see how that goes on. I didn't tell you where the land is that he's in because I can't pronounce that. And we got Department H number 5. Cannot say enough good things about this book. And a time is of the essence for Mia as she is searching for her brother. And while she is down underneath all this water searching for him, she's going to have to face off against some of the biggest, baddest undersea monsters / creatures that dwell along the ocean depths, in the ocean depths there. But on top of all that, she's still having to try and figure out who has murdered her father. So that's there's been a lot of stuff getting in the way of her accomplishing that goal.
Is this an ongoing?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So guys, there we go. For me, hands down, the best DC Rebirth comic that's currently on the shelf right now
Action Comics
is Detective Comics.
Oh.
And number 939 drops this week. There are others that are a close second and third and fourth and fifth. But guys, I'm totally digging Detective Comics. You should be checking it out if you haven't already. But this takes a look at, now that the colony's full scope of plans have been revealed and we know who their leader is, what's it going to take to stop them? And it's going to take a heck of a lot. And this gives us a big tease that we are not prepared for the last scene of this book. So, I'll buy into the hype. I'll check it out. I've been enjoying it so far. And another one, a newcomer on the block from Image Comics, Mechanism. Number 2 drops this week. This is written and drawn completely by Rafael Ienco. And this takes a look at the Geckos, which are this alien invading force. They get a new leader. And it also takes a look at Protos, which is this new android cyborg hybrid that they put out into the field to help them combat these aliens, and it learns what it's like to see someone die and how that's going to affect its programming or its look at humanity in general. So I'm really looking forward to checking out this issue as well. So guys, those are our number ones. Those are our storylines and our favorites. Randy, it's time for our pick of the week. No caveats.
Oh, that's right.
No caveats. If you could only walk out of the comic shop with one of these books that we have talked about, what one comic would it be?
Last week was a tough one.
Yeah.
Or whenever it was I was here last. It was a tough one. This week, hands down, easily Department H number 5.
Department H number 5. Good. For me, I'm gonna go with Lake of Fire. Lake of Fire number 1. I'm excited to check this out. I'm a little hyped up about it. So I'm gonna be checking it out. Those are our picks of the week, guys. We got Department H number 5, Lake of Fire number 1.
And his pick last week was a solid read. Get out there and grab a copy of Briggs Land if you have not picked that one up.
Exactly.
Yet. Holy cow.
That was yes. So guys, you've heard what we got so far. Now it's time for our question of the week, coming from my man Randy. Randy, what is it?
Around Shreveport, it's con season. We had our con.
Exactly.
And up in Texarkana, we're about to have another convention going on. And so the question is simply this. What one person do you dream of meeting in person at a convention? Any person. You're even saying from past, present, does not matter. So what's that? Who's that one person?
One person.
One person.
One person.
I've got 5 of them.
I know.
No, easily. I think for me, the one person I would want to meet is LeVar Burton. I grew up loving like my two of my big heroes were LeVar Burton and Mr. Rogers. I watched Reading Rainbow and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood all the time as a kid, and I started watching Next Generation because LeVar Burton was on Next Generation.
Exactly.
So. I mean, Geordie's the coolest character. We all know that.
We all know that.
So, I mean, he would be my favorite. And I just want to get his autograph, which is the most beautiful autograph. Have you ever seen this? We need to find an image and put it on the screen if we can. Because
I'll see if I can find
his autograph is a work of art. Oh, my gosh. Beautiful. So that's it. Real easy.
Cool. Honestly, this is kind of a cheat for me because I've already met the person.
Oh wow!
That I would like to meet at a con.
It wasn't me.
Well,
no. I'm a close second.
Years ago, I made it. I mean, I found out he was coming to a con in Houston, and I made it happen. But it was Mike Wieringo.
Oh, cool!
This was back when he and Mark Waid were coming on board to Fantastic Four to tell their stories, and I loved the guy. I still love his artwork, and I got to meet him in person, and he drew the sketch. Awesome book. Yeah, tell us, and they're doing a big reprint of it later this year, beginning of next year, and giving the proceeds away to some type of a fundraiser.
Good.
So I'm definitely gonna get Mike Wieringo. He was great. I mean, it's not like I knew the guy in person, but I got to meet him. I loved his artwork. Got to meet him in person. Super nice guy, and he passed away a couple years after that, and he's gone. And there are so many people that are influenced by him artistically. You can tell by looking at him. One guy that really strikes me that way is Will Rosanas, who does Astonishing Ant-Man.
Right.
And moving on to Captain Marvel later on stuff. I see just stuff that's reminiscent of Mike Wieringo and what he does. He was just fantastic. Otherwise, heck, why not? I would like to see Stan Lee. He's still alive. Come on, man, Stan Lee.
Team Kirby.
Oh no, we just started a feud. We started a feud. Guys, in the comments down below, tell us your pick of the week and answer the question of the week. What one person would you love to meet at a convention and get their autograph and just spend 5-10 minutes with them?
Yeah.
Who would it be? Who would it be? Have fun with that. The gamut could be far and wide.
Yeah.
So not just comic creators. I mean, like he chose LeVar Burton. It's,
right.
It's the sci-fi people that you would see at a con that would go to con.
I mean, for as much as I do not like his artwork, like Rob Liefeld apparently is like one of the nicest guys.
Yeah.
Who has a great love for comics.
Yeah.
And stuff, and that'd be a cool thing to meet someone like that. But I don't think I could get a signature on anything. I don't think.
You're horrible. You're a horrible person. You're just a horrible person. No, guys, I'm just teasing. Guys, so tell us in the comments below. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Pick of the week, and then answer the question of the week. Who would you love to meet at a con? So, guys, and we're done with the con stuff for now. You know, until the next one.
Now it's on to the next mega cell.
Exactly. Right.
Prepare for that.
For all you locals and everybody online, I know there's so many people have been asking about that as well. One day we'll get it sorted out for you guys to be able to participate, but it's so specific. It's just so.
It's time consuming at the shop. I don't know how we can do online.
Yeah, I don't know either, but hopefully one day we'll get it sorted out. But guys, that is it for this week. Anything else to add, sir?
I'm good.
You're good? I'm good. Guys, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for being a part of the community. We really, really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, take care. Read some great comics. Leave us some fantastic comments down below. And we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.